Hello, welcome again. We are covering the subject compressible fluid flow for civil services mains, IFS, and GATE aerospace exam. So we are covering the topic oblique shock relations, and in that topic we have derived relationship between deflection angle, wave angle, and Mach number, and that relationship was this way. That is tan theta is equal to 2 cot beta bracket m1 square sin square beta minus 1 divided by m1 square bracket gamma plus cos 2 beta bracket close plus 2 within dot bracket. Okay. So now we will plot this theta beta m relationship, and this diagram is called theta beta diagram. Okay. So taking theta as horizontal coordinate and beta or deflection angle as horizontal coordinate and wave angle as vertical coordinate for a particular m1, say m1 equal to, this is the curve, this is the curve. So if we want to recall what is m1 and theta and beta, this is your m1 upstream Mach number, this is your beta oblique shock wave angle, and this is your theta deflection angle, and m2 is downstream Mach number. Okay. So for m1 is equal to, this is the curve on theta beta diagram. Theta is horizontal coordinate, beta is the vertical coordinate. Okay. For m1 is equal. Similarly, if we take m1 is equal to 3, then this will be the curve. If we further increase m1, then this will be the curve. Okay. Same way we can go on increasing up to infinity, and this family of curve will be obtained. Okay. So now we will analyze this curve. First of all, if we see the curve for a Mach number m1 is equal to 2, then there is a maximum value of theta for m1 is equal to 2. So this is the maximum value. Okay. If theta exceeds this value, then there is no solution. Okay. There is no solution if theta exceeds this value for m1 is equal to. If theta exceeds this value, then there will be no solution, and the shock will be your detached shock and curved shock. If theta is less than this value, then there is solution for each theta. Okay, that we will see. So I will read this first point or this introductory part also. From relation tangent theta is equal to 2 cot beta bracket m1 square sin square beta minus 1 divided by m1 square bracket gamma plus cos 2 beta bracket close plus 2 within large bracket, which is theta beta m relation, results can be plotted in figure as we have seen. For gamma is equal to 1.4. Examine this figure closely. It is a plot of wave angle, that is beta, versus deflection angle, that is theta, with the Mach number as a parameter. In particular, note that the first point is, so this is about the diagram, and now the analysis. First point is, if for any m1 there is maximum deflection angle theta max. For any m1 there is maximum deflection angle theta max. If the physical geometry is such that theta is greater than theta max, then no solution exists for a straight oblique shock wave. Instead, the shock will be curved and detached as shown in figure. If theta is greater than theta max, then this type of shock will take place. It will be detached and curved. If theta is less than theta max, then this type of shock will take place. It will be attached and straight, not curved. Okay, so this is uh, according to theta beta m chart, and this is uh, not according to theta beta m chart, because theta beta m chart shows that there is no solution. So, but there is solution. This is, and there will be curved shock if theta is greater than theta max. This is for wedge, and this is for corner. For corner also, so this is the corner, and for corner also there will be detached flow for theta greater than theta max, and there will be attached flow for theta greater than theta less than theta max, and m1 should be supersonic in both the cases. Okay, so this is the first analysis. For any given m1, there is a maximum deflection angle theta max. If the physical geometry is such that theta is greater than theta max, then no solution exists for a state of weak shock wave. Instead, the shock will be curved and detached as shown in figure, which compares wedge and corner flow for situation where theta is less than or greater than theta max. Okay, so this is the first point. Now in the second point, if we take a particular value of theta, suppose 15 degrees, okay, then we will get and take particular value of f1, that is suppose 2, then we will get two values of beta. One is corresponding to this and other is corresponding to this. So this type of, or here we will get weak solution or weak shock. If we take 15 degree and that is equal to, and this will be the point and this will be the shock wave angle. This will be a weak solution or weak shock. And if we take this, then it will be a strong shock. Generally weak shock occurs. Nature prefers weak shock. So in all the numericals we will find solution according to weak shock, not according to strong shock. And I will leave these points. Second point, for any given theta less than theta max, there are two values of beta predicted by theta beta m relation for a given Mach number as shown in figure. Because changes across the shock are more severe as beta increases, so as beta increases there will be strong shock. The large value of beta is called strong shock solution. In turn, small value of beta is called weak shock solution. In nature, the weak solution is favored and usually occurs. For typical situations as those in figure, the weak shock is one we would normally see. However, whether the weak or strong shock solution occurs is determined by the back pressure. So it is determined basically by the back pressure whether the weak solution is occurred or strong shock solution is preferred. In figure, the downstream pressure were increased by some independent mechanism. Then the strong shock shown by dashed line could be forced. So if the pressure is very high, then this strong shock can also occur. So this, according to 15 degree, this strong shock will occur if pressure is very high. In case of strong shock, the back or downstream Mach number will be a subsonic. Okay, strong means initially we have supersonic flow and after shock we have subsonic flow. So there is strong, large difference. So that will be a strong shock. And in weak shock, M2 will be a supersonic except for a small region where theta is. Okay, so generally for strong shock, the downstream Mach number will be a subsonic, and for weak shock it will be supersonic except for this region near theta max. So this is your second point. So now third point is, if theta is 0, then beta will be a pi by 2. If theta is 0, then it will be pi by 2 according to shock wave. Sorry, theta is 0, then beta will be at 90 for normal shock wave, and if theta is 0, beta can be 0 for Mach wave. If theta is 0, beta is pi by 2 corresponding to normal shock wave, and if theta is 0, beta can be mu corresponding to Mach wave. Okay.